begin. And we are going to start with a public hearing of House Committee Substitute for House Bill 1908 and 2337. And we'll let the Queen come forward. Representative, begin when you're ready.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, committee members. I'm Cecily Williams, State Representative District 111, which is the northwestern portion of Jefferson County, and I'm here to present House Bill 1908. This is exactly the same as it was last year whenever I presented HB243 to the same committee, and of course bringing it back because it's something that's so incredibly important to me. Currently, we have barriers placed within our Missouri law that does not allow a pregnant woman to get divorced, and HB 1908 will reverse that. It will allow judges to make those decisions to divorce women, especially those who are in abusive relationships like I was. So to avoid sharing my story all over again, I would like to talk about how this bill affects will help prevent other people in the state of Missouri who are wanting to seek a divorce but cannot because their spouse may be pregnant. One of the instances is a Missouri National Guard soldier who's deployed overseas for 9 months, comes home and his wife is 5 months pregnant. He too cannot get a divorce even though he is not the child's father. We have a situation, especially, in Jefferson County, specifically where I'm from, where both parties agree that their marriage has been irretrievably broken. They file for divorce and proceed with the division of assets, custody agreements, and possibly even the sale of shared property. Many times divorces take longer than 9 months and sometimes even years, especially when COVID had happened. It was taking, 2-3 years to settle divorces. During this time, it is possible that the wife in this situation moves on, finds herself possibly falling in love with somebody else, and becoming pregnant with her new partner's child while she's still legally married to somebody else. The divorce will be delayed even further because the husband isn't the father of the child. However, Missouri law still presumes him to be the father of this child, even though there is no way that he can be, and the divorce will be on halt until the child is born. It complicates things even further than that because on the day that child is born, the father will be the child's father on the birth certificate until court order allows him to be off of it. If no other man steps up, at that time an affidavit could be signed. But this barrier creates so many difficult situations on already a difficult time. There's also, in most states, like Missouri, there's a presumed fatherhood law that states that, if you're legally married, the father or if you're legally married and pregnant, that your husband is presumed that father until a DNA test can be proved otherwise. And this is why the law was created, was to try to help protect women. And honestly, it's caused more damage than good. As I shared last year, I was pregnant with my 4th child. I had endured a terrible night of abuse and knew that I needed to leave. And it takes a woman on average 7 times to leave an abusive relationship. And it took me a lot more than that. You've got all kinds of different abuse that a woman can endure: financial abuse, emotional, mental abuse, physical abuse. I experienced all of them. And when that line isn't drawn in the sand and you said, this is all I can take, and you go to seek some sort of refuge and to be told that you can't legally get divorced, was very disheartening. And you go back to the situation that you're in, that you were in before, because nothing can change at that point. Luckily for me, I continued on with the pregnancy, but the number one cause of death in pregnant women is homicide, and it's from partner violence. And if we could prevent that by allowing women to leave when they want, we absolutely shouldn't be creating barriers in situations like that. I think I look at this as pro-life legislation as well, because if I would have chosen that day to go and have an abortion, I could have come back hours later and filed for divorce. And where in anything that we stand for as Missourians would we ever allow a woman to have to make that decision to save herself and to sacrifice her child is, something that I could never imagine. But definitely something we shouldn't put on someone to have to make that decision. If a spouse, like I stated before, if a spouse becomes pregnant by someone other than her husband, it forces the husband to remain legally married. It requires additional court actions after birth to undo that presumption, which, I think there were some questions I had from judges who stated, this could clog up the judicial system by, allowing, by having to wait till after the birth of the child to make a final determination on, how child support's going to be handled. But divorces oftentimes already include that when we talk about who's going to pay for college, who's going to pay for future sports. And the children could be 2 or 3, but that's determined at the time during negotiations with divorces. Well, this too can be determined at that time. And oftentimes divorces return to court many times for more than just child support issues. And so the arguments really aren't valid in that situation. I look at this as being unequal treatment under the law based on temporary physical conditions. And so for me, this legislation allows that barrier to be removed, which was a presumed barrier in 1974, so 52 years ago, which happened to be the same year that we passed the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, where we allowed women to get checking accounts, and we allowed them to have their own names on a check without their spouse or their next door neighbor. As long as they were a male, they would need to have the male's name on their checking account. This allowed them to get credit cards and loans and mortgages. So the same year we allowed them their financial independence, we handcuffed them by not allowing them to get divorced. And a lot of that we have to thank because of the Equal Rights Amendment Equal Rights Act that was made, and Missouri never ratifying that. We had 10 years to ratify and never did. So all these sex-based barriers and policies have to be changed one by one, and they're riddled throughout, everything in Missouri. And so having to change them one by one is a really big, feat, but we're going to do it. So, so when we're considering this barrier, one thing to remember is that the state is overriding the consent of 2 competent adults for administrative conveniences. And in uncontested divorces, both parties may agree on custody post-birth. Both parties may agree on property and support, and both parties want the marriage legally ended. And I think that is something that we have to remember, that, we don't need to keep people in situations they don't want to be in anymore. And this bill does exactly that. It removes that barrier. So I ask that you all, consider that and pass it like we did last year and get it to the Senate floor, where we can make this the law that pregnancy cannot be denied or divorce cannot be denied based upon pregnancy status. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative. I just want to say I welcome any opportunity to see you anytime I can, but I do owe you an apology for you having to go through this again. I'm really sorry that we're having to have you go through this. Like I just said, should have passed. It was on the floor. We were ready to do it. So again, always welcome the opportunity to see you, but I'm sorry you have to go through this. Any questions for the witness? Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I said this to you last week and just want to say it publicly. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for being an inspiration to me. You inspired me and my team to focus on domestic violence during the interim and what we can do. I really appreciate you joining me and Senator McCreary in the press conference last week. And I mean, I think the world of you. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation, and I really appreciate it.
Any other questions? Seeing none, and we appreciate your time. Right now, we're going to establish quorum. Mr. Secretary, would you please establish quorum?
Senator Carter.
Here.
Senator Berger. Senator Nicola. Senator Nurnberg. Senator Lewis.
Here.
Senator Hudson. Quorum is established.
Right, with quorum established, we would like to go to witnesses in favor of the House bill. Anyone here to testify in favor?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee. Tricia Workman here today on behalf of the Missouri Coalition Against Domestic and Sexual Violence. And just want to thank the sponsor and this committee and so many members for your interest in this very important topic. And we too remember being on the floor last year and look forward to getting it done this year so that we can right this wrong and move ahead.
Appreciate it, thank you. Any questions for the witness? Seeing none, appreciate your time. Next in favor?
Good morning, Madam Chairwoman, members of committee. Rachel Bauer on behalf of the Missouri State Medical Association in favor of this bill. Thank you all for hearing the bill. Thank you, the representative, for being willing to share her story.
All right, thank you. Any questions for the witness? Seeing none, appreciate your time. Next in favor?
Chair, members of the committee, Matt Thompson here on behalf of National Association of Social Workers and Kids Win Missouri to testify in favor of House Bill 1908. The chair did a great job explaining the bill, and we're glad to be here in support.
Thank you for being here. Any questions for the witness? Seeing none, appreciate your time, Matt. Anyone else here to testify in favor?
Thank you, committee. My name is Maggie Olivia. I'm here on behalf of Abortion Action Missouri, testifying in support. I also just want to say personally thank you to the committee and to the sponsor. As a survivor myself, I try to make a point to make it to all of these hearings, and I appreciate your work, so thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for the witness? Seeing none, appreciate your time. Next in favor?
Madam Chair, members of the committee, Sarah Schlemer here on behalf of the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists. Want to echo our support and thank the bill sponsor for bringing this forward.
Thank you, Sarah. Anyone here with any questions? All right. Anyone else here to testify in favor? All right, seeing none. Anyone here to testify for informational purposes? Seeing none. Anyone here to testify in opposition? Thank you. Seeing none. That concludes the hearing for House Committee Substitute for House Bills 1908 and 2337. With that, I make a motion that we move to executive session. Do I have a second? Thank you. I make a motion to bring House Committee Substitute House Bill 2272 related to the protection of children and vulnerable persons before the body. Can I get a second? Thank you. House Committee Substitute for House Bill 2272 is before the body. There is a Senate Committee Substitute ending in .05C. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, I make a motion to adopt Senate Committee Substitute for House Committee Substitute House Bill 2272. Can I get a second? Second. All in favor? Aye. Aye. That was an aye. Thank you. A little slow today. I make a motion to pass Senate Committee Substitute for House Committee Substitute House Bill 2272. Can I get a second? Second. Thank you. Secretary, please call the roll.
It's actually 2273, I think. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. My apologies. Should we go through all the motions again?
That's good. Let them find out. Yeah.
All right. My staff is listening, so thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for the clarity. Go ahead with the roll call vote.
Senator Berger.
Aye.
Senator Hudson. Senator Nicola.
Aye.
Senator Nurnberg. Aye. Senator Lewis.
Aye.
Senator Carter.
Aye.
Vote of 5-0.
All right. Thank you. With your vote of 5-0, House Committee substitute for House Bill 2273 is due passed. Thank you. I make a motion now to bring House Committee substitute House Bill 1908 and 2237. Is that correct? 2237. We're going to double check.
227. 2337.
Good thing we double checked. There are a lot of 2s and 7s.
Should be 2337.
I got 22.
That's 337. It's the bill we just heard.
Okay, I don't have a copy of it. Thank you. Okay, so that's good. We are right. A lot of 2s and 7s. All right, I make a motion to bring House Committee substitute House Bill 1908 and 2337 related to the judgment of dissolution of marriage or legal separation before the body. Can I get a second? Thank you. House Committee substitute House Bill 1908 and 2337 is before the body. Any discussion? Thank you. I make a motion to move to do pass House Committee substitute House Bill 1908 and 2337. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. Secretary, please call the roll.
Senator Berger.
Aye.
Senator Hudson. Senator Nicola.
Aye.
Senator Nurnberg. Senator Lewis. Senator Carter.
Aye.
With your vote of 5-0.
All right, with your vote of 5-0, House Committee substitute House Bill 1908 and 2337 is due pass. I make a motion now to bring Senate Bill 841 related to health care before the body. Can I get a second? Thank you. Senate Bill 841 is before the body. There is a Senate Committee substitute ending in .02C. Is there any discussion? No discussion. All right, I make a motion to adopt Senate Committee substitute for Senate Bill 841. Can I get a second? Second. Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Aye.
Aye.
I make a motion to move to do pass Senate Committee substitute for Senate Bill 841. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. Secretary, call the roll.
Senator Berger.
Aye.
Senator Hudson. Senator Nicola.
No.
Senator Nurnberg. Senator Lewis. Senator Carter.
Aye.
Vote of 4-1.
Thank you. With your vote of 4-1, Senate Bill 841 is voted due pass. Now I make a motion to bring Senate Bill 1025 related to the elder abuse and neglect hotline before the body. Can I get a second? Thank you. Senate Bill 1025 is before the body. Is there any discussion? I move to do pass Senate Bill 1025. Can I get a second?
Second.
Secretary, please call the roll.
Senator Berger.
Aye.
Senator Hudson. Senator Nicola.
Aye.
Senator Nurnberg. Senator Lewis. Senator Carter.
Aye.
Vote of 5-0.
With your vote of 5-0, Senate Bill 1025 is voted to pass. I make a motion now to bring Senate Bill 1573 related to the children in custody of the state before the body. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. Senate Bill 1573 is before the body. Is there any discussion? I move to do pass Senate Bill 1573. Can I get a second? Second. Thank you. Secretary, please call the roll.
Senator Berger.
Aye.
Senator Hudson. Senator Nicola.
Aye.
Senator Nurnberg. Senator Lewis. Senator Carter.
Aye.
Vote of 5-0.
With your vote of 5-0, Senate Bill 1573 is voted to pass. I make a motion to bring Senate Bill 1187 related to the offense of consumption of marijuana in a public space before the body. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. Senate Bill 1187 is before the body. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, move to do pass Senate Bill 1187. Can I get a second? Thank you. Secretary, call the roll.
Senator Berger.
Aye.
Senator Hudson. Senator Nicola.
Aye.
Senator Nurnberg. Senator Lewis. Senator Carter.
Yes.
Vote of 3-2.
With your vote of 3-2, Senate Bill 1187 is voted to pass. And with that, I make a motion to end executive session.
Second.
You know, whatever we're doing. Thank you for the second. I now make a motion. There's no more business before the body. I make a motion to conclude the hearing on family, senior, and health. Thank you, Mr. Second.